How to buy the best Goons of Balatroon cards on Token Trove to build a killer NFT CCG deck. Hi, in this video we're going to look at buying new cards off the open market on Token Trove to build out your deck in the Goons of Balatroon. Now as you start playing the game you will spot other people playing cards that you go, ooh, I like that, I want to play with that myself, I want to add it to my own deck, etc. So when you're playing, make sure you make a note of all the different cards that you like the look of, then you can go across to Token Trove and do some research on them and keep an eye out for when they come up cheap. But in order to buy them, there are some steps that you're going to go through first. But before we actually look at that, don't forget there is always the option to buy packs of cards from the Goons of Balatroon store. So once you're logged on to Goons of Balatroon, go to the store and come down here and choose how many packs you want to buy. Standard price is 15 for one. You get to 5 packs, I think it's about 14.25, and again you get to 10 packs, it's 13.50. So you can get a discount by buying more, and that way you're getting random packs of 5 cards and you can get all sorts of different things. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. For an example of that, feel free to watch my earlier video on opening packs of cards and how I got lucky on my first pack and then not so much on the next 3. I'll link to that video down below. But bear in mind those are going to be random cards. If you're looking for a specific card, then it's better to go and buy it individually off Token Trove. Now there is a card that I like the look of, it's called Classy Mink, and if I do a search on my own collection, you can see I've already got one, but you can play up to 2 of the same card in a deck, except legendary cards, because the legendary cards are too powerful. But normal cards you can have 2 of them. So I'm going to buy another one of these. So let's head across to tokentrove.com. Now I've already used this site before, so I'm already registered, connected, and have deposited some ETH so that I can buy things. When you first come here, the first thing you'll need to do is make sure you're logged into your MetaMask wallet, then connect it to the site, give Immutable X permission to work with your MetaMask wallet. Obviously here, make sure that you're on tokentrove.com to make sure you're on the right site when you're doing that. Once you've done that, you'll need to come across the link up here in the top right hand corner, and you'll need to deposit some ETH before you can actually use it. You can't purchase directly from your MetaMask wallet. You need to take some ETH and pop it onto Immutable X first so that you can then access that through Token Trove. Bear in mind when you make a deposit, it'll probably take 5 to 10 minutes before it actually appears. So get the deposit on there as soon as you can so that if something turns up that's a bargain, you've got some money and you can grab the card that you want. Okay, once you've got money on Token Trove, let's head across, and all we need to do is search for the individual card that I want. That happens to be a common one, so it's not going to be hugely expensive. Let's just type in Classy, which is short form Classy Mink, and it's about $1. So you can see that even though it's a common, it's 93 cents, so it's a reasonably valuable card for a common. And make sure when you're doing this, you sort from the lowest price to the highest price so that the lowest price is at the top, and just scroll down to make sure that that is the case, that you haven't got it sorted incorrectly. If I scroll down, you can see the lower ones, $1.28 down the bottom here, whereas this first one should be the cheapest one at $0.93, so 93 cents. So once I've found the one I want, click on that particular card. It'll take a moment to bring up my details, and I've got the option here to buy, so I'll click on buy. I've got enough money in my deposit account on Token Trove, so if I click on this, it will bring up the Immutable X confirmation box, very similar to the MetaMask sort of confirmation thing. So we click on confirm there, and it will also pop up with MetaMask, so I'm going to have to sign in on MetaMask as well to make sure it's got permission, and then I click on continue, and that will confirm my purchase. It may take a few moments for it actually to go through to my Goons of Balatroon account, but I have now purchased that card on Token Trove, and it will appear in my Goons of Balatroon collection, so I can start playing that on my deck. Having said that, remember if you're using different wallets across different browsers, it will only appear in the Goons of Balatroon account for the goon that you have on your wallet on the same browser that you're logged into. So do make sure that you're logged into the right one on the right browser. For most people that won't be a problem because you probably won't have multiple different Goons accounts. I've got a couple, so I have to always be aware of that when I'm buying cards on Token Trove to make sure I'm on the right account. Although having said that, you can transfer them from one Token Trove account or one Goons account to another account, so they're never stuck there. You can move them to where else you want them if you need to, because you can also pop them back on here to sell them as well. If you open a pack of cards from Goons and you open something that's very valuable, you can also put it for sale on here and flip that for a quick profit. Now one of the other things I'm going to do is bring the card back up here, and when it comes up you'll see under the for sale option, you'll see all the different versions of this card that are currently for sale. So when you're looking around at different cards, if you find one that's quite cheap here and the next step up is like 2 or 3 times the price, you could actually buy that one and relist it just a little bit lower than the second price one, again to get a quick flip and make a little bit of cash flipping the cards when you find one that is a bargain. So that's worth bearing in mind when you're looking around on Token Trove. So now let's head back to my Goons of Balatroon account and look in my collection. Now I have briefly paused the video and refreshed this account, hopefully to make sure that this is now appearing. So if I type in the name of the card, Classy, short for Classy Mink, we can now see I've got 2 of those listed in this collection. If it doesn't appear immediately, give it 5 or 10 minutes, disconnect your wallet on Goons of Balatroon, then reconnect, hit F5 to refresh your browser. It should then turn up. If it doesn't, feel free to get in touch with the support team for Goons of Balatroon because they will work out what's gone on if something's gone on. But mostly just be patient. Normally it can take 5 or 10 minutes before it turns up, and disconnect, reconnect, refresh. That will make sure it's there most of the time. Okay, so that's a quick look at how you can pick up extra cards that you want to add to your deck using Token Trove. Hope you found it useful. If you do, please feel free to like and subscribe, and I'll put those extra resources I mentioned in the description as well.